Yes, so we are looking after the current affairs aspects, right? From the past 8 months, more or less around 1 year developments. Okay. Well, shall we start? Aita? All right. Well, okay. So from tomorrow onwards, your exam is going to start, right? From 12 to 26 and all. Okay. So hopefully your almost preparation is done. Now finally we are just glancing over the current affairs developments and all. See, when I gone through with your past 5 to 6 years of the question papers and all, so there is a basic analysis is very important because for any examination, there is a particular last moment strategy is very, very important. Right? Lakhs of the students are appearing, that may be for SSC, banking, or for that matter UPSC or any state examination and all. Each and every exam demand is altogether different, right? So very naturally when it comes to SSC, banking and all, so the major focus will be on, very naturally as you all know, that is quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, so basic English, grammar and all, where the role of the GK, general studies or for that matter general knowledge and all, that is very limited, more or less around 25 questions. Okay. So in that, if you exclusively go by the, again, sub-segregation like history, geography, polity, economy, these all aspects, current affairs question, as we have seen from the past 5 years of the question paper, PYQ analysis and all, so it is more or less from 2 to 5 questions only. Out of these 25 questions, current affairs exclusively if you are talking about, the number of questions are being asked from max of the max, 5, minimum of the minimum, 2 questions they have asked. Because, sir, only 2 questions, no, only 3 questions, no. As you are little bit of aware of the cutoff, it is in point. Yes, point 0.01, 0.02, that is deciding in or out. So for that matter, even out of 5 questions, if you are getting 3 questions correct, then that is a very good score. Okay? So under these all circumstances, then what are the areas? Right? Fine, 2 to 5 questions are fine, but what are the areas in which the questions are being asked? Because analysis and microanalysis, there is a lot of difference. 2 to 5 questions, yes, this is from current affairs. So out of these 2 to 5 questions, which are the dominating areas? Because as per your syllabus, they have mentioned, even with respect to current affairs also, they have mentioned about economy, polity, geography, the recent in news, and right, and apart from that, government schemes are there, persons in news, personalities in news, places in news, some of the international awards, some of the international appointments, national level appointments, some of the military, defense related. So these all are there. Out of these all given syllabus, which is the dominating factor, means the first priority goes to government schemes. Every year, out of these 3 to 5 questions, 1 question will be fixed from government scheme. So what is the source for that one? Right? Because you have to choose such kind of source where return on investment should be good. Right? So very naturally, when you are preparing for the government examination, the ultimate source should be from the government and itself only. That is PIB, Press Information Bureau. You no need to worry, I have just gone through with those all aspects and I am giving you best of the best. And second aspect is your union budget, 2025 and 26. These are the key sources for particularly these government schemes. Okay, because especially from the time of 2014 onwards, when Narendra Modi led central government came to the power, so many development things happened. And whenever any government came to the power, so hardly they change the name of the scheme or they alter one or the 2 provisions. Okay, under these all circumstances, we look after the major schemes with respect to agriculture sector also, some of the manufacturing sector also, and the key schemes from this year union budget. Okay? Yes. So this is first criteria. First one is your central government schemes. Second one, the focus is on defense related developments. Defense related, so very naturally it includes the developments, what are the developments that happened and that probably may going to take in near future. That is nothing but ISRO and DRDO developments, right? That may be the missiles, the this year as per the basic expectation from the examination perspective, Operation Sindhura is in news, right? So very naturally, as we are aware, it is a retaliation measure. It is not the war. Okay, it is a retaliation measure against the Pakistan. So in that retaliation measure, so what are the defense equipments we have used? Getting the point that maybe the name of the drone, the name of the missile, that will play the important role. So that is the probably highly expected one of the question from that area. So first priority goes to government schemes, then defense. Third, if you are little bit of aware of the PYQ analysis and all, they are looking after the major appointments. Major appointments, more focus is at the national level and some of the international level in terms of the appointment of the president of Myanmar, prime minister, Indian neighboring countries, Sri Lanka, what are the developments, Pakistan, Nepal, right? So Maldives, these all are the important aspects. And again, be very specific, sir, national level appointment means what? See, if you are a little bit aware of the polity aspects and all, where we have the constitutional bodies, right? So some of the like around 6 to 8 are the constitutional bodies. For example, UPSC is one of the constitutional body. Like Election Commission of India is there, Finance Commission of India is there, right? On the same lines, we have some of the non-constitutional bodies. So which is also referred as like statutory bodies and all. Okay, those kind of bodies which is looking after the all the developments that is happening at the national level. So very naturally, which is this SSC and all, which is the national level of the examination, the appointments plays the major role. Okay, and along with that, some of the international developments, as I have already mentioned, this president, prime minister appointments of India and neighboring countries, right? So fourth priority, the fourth priority will goes to international organizations / international summits. BRICS Summit, East Asia Summit, okay, COP Summit. So these are like international gathering where our India is representing and our values, our opinions are being highly respected at the international platform. So from examination perspective, very naturally that becomes very, very important. Okay. So another area, if you again little bit of PYQ analysis and all, that is talking about some of the miscellaneous aspect. Miscellaneous aspects in terms of awards. Specifically Padma Award is, some of the Filmfare awards and all, okay. Some of the, GK kind. For example, which among the following state became 100% digitally literate? Okay, and here the the basic difference with UPSC and all, UPSC is asking statement form of the questions. SSC one-liner question. Yes means yes, no means no. Okay, and here awards again under this miscellaneous category itself only sports like IPL and all, and some of the badminton, this Wimbledon, this that and all, and some of the persons in news. Some of the great personalities who have recently left this world, that is some of the senior leaders and all, probably they may ask the questions. Okay, so under these all circumstances, the maybe questions may be 2 to 5, but the background work is little bit of more. Okay, so here instead of just displaying the PPT, I am just quickly giving you the scheme, that summary. Specifically they ask about the ministries, because once you write, so that will be help you to retain also. That is the ultimate agenda. Otherwise it will be like watching a movie, just simply it will be displayed on the screen and you will be enjoying. No, that should not happen. Since your exams are scheduled in this week itself only, the number of times when you listen to the things, that will help you to repeat the content in your subconscious mind. Is that clear? Right. So under these all circumstances, first very naturally we will set the priority for the government schemes itself only. Okay. So I have taken, as I have already mentioned, PIB and this year budget as the major source of information, and the schemes which are majorly in news from 2014 onwards. Why 2014? Because of the Narendra Modi led central government and all. So there's flagship schemes are there. Flagship means, so when you take the name of the scheme, you will be just remembering the government. So that is, those kind of schemes are called as the flagship, very important schemes. Okay. So right. So under that, please note down quickly. Please note down quickly. First one, Pradhana Mantri. You can use the short form PM. Okay. Pradhana Mantri Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Since most of these schemes are they name in Hindi, Muft means what? Free. In Hindi, what is the meaning? Muft means free. With the help of what? They are using the Surya, means solar. It is simple meaning is nothing but. So please note it down, one point, that is launched in 2024. This scheme launched in 2024. What was the aim? To provide free electricity. To provide free electricity to 1 crore people. This is key one. What are the key? One is free electricity to how many people? 1 CR families. Okay. Through how? Rooftop solar panel. That means, so if you want to have install this rooftop on your, roof of your home, so government will providing some amount of loan and all. So this scheme was launched in 2024. Is that clear? Right. Quickly, next one. Pradhana Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Matsya means what? Fish. Okay. Pradhana Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Right. So this scheme, why it is in news? Because in 2025 it celebrated its 5th birthday, 5th anniversary. That means when this scheme was launched, very naturally in 2020. Okay. So Pradhana Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana launched in 2020. Okay. What is the major purpose? Not just boosting the fisheries, right? Boosting the livelihood of the fishery family. How, sir? By providing so many incentives, by providing free distribution of free two-wheeler electric bikes and all, giving them some financial assistance and all. Okay. Matsya Sampada Yojana, that is launched in 2020. Okay. So what is the major purpose? To provide some of the financial assistance to the livelihood. Okay. Livelihood of these fishermen and women. Okay. One more which was in very much news, Unnati scheme. Unnati. Okay. So actually the full form is in Hindi itself only. Uttara Purva Transformative Industrialization Scheme. No need to write. Okay. Just for your basic idea purpose, Unnati means, say, major focus is on northeastern India. Northeastern India, which is strategically very, very important. This Unnati scheme is exclusively talking about the overall development of the northeastern India, right? So how many states are there in northeastern India? Total 8 states are there, 7 sisters plus 1 brother. Okay. So all the overall development, that may be in terms of education, employment opportunity, basic road infrastructure, setting of the factories, and skill enhancement for the local population, overall development. So under the which scheme, that is Unnati, because it was highlighted in during last year budget. So already in so many examinations this scheme already asked. Okay. So that's why this became very, very important. So next, exclusively for agriculture sector, which are the schemes? Exclusively for the agriculture sector. First one, PM Kisan, Pradhana Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. short form PM Kisan, right? What is this one? Financial assistance of 6,000 rupees, right? In the 3 installment, 2K each for every 4 months. Okay? Before the start of the agriculture season, during the agriculture season, after the completion of the agriculture season, right? So total it is 6K. PM Kisan, right? Clear? Another one, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So that is nothing but what? Crop insurance. Crop insurance, like how we have health insurance and all. So the scheme Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Bima means what? Insurance. Okay? So Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, that is talking about the crop insurance for Rabi, Kharif and horticulture. Okay? So that is it is there. So another one, Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission. Right? So this scheme exclusively targeting about rural India. Okay? Rural India. What is the purpose? Pure drinking water. Tap water. Okay? Pure drinking water. Why this scheme always in news means whenever the government comes to the power, right? So they set the new targets for this one. So earlier target was 2022. When in the 2022 they could not able to reach, they postponed it to 2024. Now, as of now, they have set it for 2026. Okay? So there are so many hurdles with respect to Jal Jeevan Mission. The overall idea is very simple. They have to provide the pure drinking water. Now, what is the source for that water is the biggest question mark. Assume that there is no any lake or no any river by, near to that particular village and all. How they have to provide that one? Right? Now also if you observe in most of the households, they have this connection, but there is no water. What is the use? Okay? So that's why the target is being shifting step by step. Right? So another one, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. This scheme was in news during the time of COVID. Okay? So based on the, as per need of the circumstances, the government is extending it. Okay, it is nothing but it's on the lines of this Annabhagya scheme itself only. Garib Kalyan means for the welfare of the poor, they have given some of the food grains. Okay, like rice, wheat and all, but specifically it was in news during the time of the COVID and all. Okay, right. Apart from that, so in the health sector, Ayushman Bharat, this one Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. This is exclusively from the health sector. This is exclusively from the health sector. Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, right? 5 lakh per family insurance. Under this scheme, for a family, so what is the insurance amount? That is 5 lakh. Okay, right. So one more features in news, PM Poshan scheme. Okay. So that is for nutritional food for the school children. Poshan is for nutritional food for the school children. One more scheme is there, Mission Poshan. Mission Poshan is for lactating and pregnant women. Okay, one is for the pregnant women, another one is for the school children. Right? Yes. So with respect to employment, there is another scheme, Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. See, Kaushal means what? Skill. On the same lines, we have our new national education policy. What is the major component? Skill and vocational training. Okay, so that's why we have National Skill Mission. These are the two components of our new national education policy. Because when was our last policy? It was in 1984. After the gap of around 34 to 38 years, we have launched this scheme in 2020. Okay, so that's why this is very, very important. Okay, right. So Startup India is there, Stand Up India is there, right? PM Mudra is there. These all are for the employment opportunities. Okay, see, What are the measures taken by the government for to exploit the best of the best youth population in terms of their caliber, their skill? Means one is National Skill Mission, second one our new National Education Policy, third one Startup India. If you have some innovative ideas and all, government is providing you the funding. Stand Up India is there, exclusively targeting scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people, and PM Mudra scheme is there. Okay, so scheme means it is very difficult to study thousands of this scheme, but when you specifically mention about the area, that is sector wise, agriculture sector so many schemes, health sector so many schemes, employment opportunities so many schemes are there. So like that it will be more helpful for you, right? Okay. So these are the major schemes which are in news time and again, always, right? So apart from that, during the time of 1980s also so many, Janani Sushu Suraksha Yojana is there, Janani Suraksha Yojana is there. They just modified the name of the scheme. Ultimately, see, in the examination, since most of the schemes are one-liner, you have to be very consciously observe the question. Because whenever the government launch any scheme, right, so there will be a hint. For example, Muft Bijli. Bijli means what? Current. Muft means what? Free. Right? How? Very naturally, when we in India is producing that much of electricity, then what was the need of launching this scheme? We are running out of the electricity, because in India, majorly what is the source of electricity? Hydro, that is water. Okay. Here we are increasing the renewable sources of the energy. That is, we are using sun as the natural source of light for this one. We are installing the solar rooftops. Is that clear? Just split that one, very naturally will land, because that is specifically with respect to schemes. Okay? Since most of the schemes are like Hindi tone, so we are little bit of segregation, because when I was writing UPSC, just because of this Hindi word itself only, I missed one question. So that was one scheme which was, I was not knowing the exact meaning of that particular term. So ultimately I landed with the wrong answer. Okay? So that's why that is the only logic to answer the best of the best scheme. Since most of them are one-liner, you have to, it is very easy to identify. Okay? Right. So these are the schemes which are in use from the time of 2014. Now, with respect to union budget, that is our last 2025-26. Union budget 25-26. Around 3 to 4 major schemes are there, okay, which again plays the very important role. Right. First one, specially related to agriculture sector, and since it is in news, I mean from the budget perspective, this will be little bit of more important. First one, with respect to agriculture sector, that is Pradhana Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Pradhana Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Yes, what is the focus? First one is with respect to agriculture sector. Second, they are targeting 100 backward districts. 100 backward districts. Okay, 100 backward districts. For what purpose? To improve the better farming practices. 100 backward districts to improve better farming practices. Now tell me, farming practices means what? Irrigation. The major focus is on irrigation, right? The major focus is on scientifically crop planning. The major focus is on testing of the soil, right? So the another focus will be on storage, that is go downs and all. Okay. So under this scheme, the government is majorly focusing on 100 backward districts, in which the major focus is on improving the better farming facilities, that is basic farmer related infrastructure in terms of irrigation, in terms of choosing the best crop, in terms of testing the soil, and at the end it is looking after the better storage facilities. Is that clear? Right. So second one, pulses mission. Pulses machine. Okay. The major crops are urad dal, tur dal, masur dal, with the direct procurement by the government agencies. Fine, the government is encouraging to go for the cropping of these major crops, but end of the day who will going to purchase? That is by the government agencies itself only, so that the farmers will get best of the best rate. Okay, so see, pulses and millets, these all are the native foods of India, which perfectly suits from our soil and all. It is not today's practice. From the time of Harappa civilization and all, when the agriculture we started practicing in India, from that time onwards, these are our like a staple food, staple crops, okay, which are highly nutritious, which requires less water, and the benefit, once one who consumes and all. In the south, the ragi is the staple food, okay, ragi, the most powerful, and in the north Karnataka it is the jawar, bajra and all. So both the areas have their respective staple food, and here the government is encouraging for the pulses, which are very naturally again highly nutritious, which requires less amount of the water. Okay. Next one. Saksham Anganwadi plus Poshan 2.0. Since you are little bit of aware mission Poshan, so this is the continuation of the same. Okay, so very naturally, so this Saksham Anganwadi, Saksham means what? Overall development of Anganwadi centers. Saksham, the meaning, it is the overall development. Here under this scheme, the government is ensuring the better nutrition and early childhood care at the Anganwadi centers. Better nutrition by providing them good nutritious food, weekly once a egg, and so many healthy, the combination of the jaggery, okay, and some other this nutritious foods and all, so that is the early phase of the development. Okay, then only you will be like able to when the baby is healthy, very naturally the society will be healthy, right? So that's why it is the first level of the interaction, Anganwadi centers and all. Okay, another one exclusively for the education sector, that is Bharatiya Bhasha Pustaka Scheme. Bharatiya Bhasha Pustaka Scheme. In simple terms, what does it mean? It is to provide digitalized educational resources. Under this scheme, the purpose is to provide the digitalized educational resources in Indian languages. So what is the ultimate aim? For the inclusive education. See, the purpose is very simple. Why you are not going to school? Sir, I am not understanding what they are teaching. School children if you are, right? So the government, what they are doing? We will teach in your own language itself only, so that you can understand the concepts in a better way. That is the idea. Okay, right. One more which is very in news is gig, G-I-G, gig. Have you heard about this? Gig economy. Who are these gig? Contract? No, it is simple meaning is they are like first time part-time workers. Okay, for example, Swiggy, Zomato, delivery boys and all. Okay, those who work in some parlors, those who work in some malls. Okay, just for their livelihood purpose. College student that may be, or some who are looking for a job just for the temporary purpose, who are working. right? So in India, as per Niti Aayog report, this gig employees, right, or the gig workers, they are contributing more to the Indian economy compared to the some of the standard well-established services. So very naturally, government is keen to provide the security for them. Assume that someone is working in mall, something fall on them and they died. Who will be held responsible? There is no any official agreement, there is no any provident fund, there is no any health insurance and all. Getting the point? And they are the one who is contributing more. So that's why Karnataka government in the last budget, they have given 2 lakhs of the insurance for them, insurance coverage. Okay. So on the same lines, the central government is also thinking for this one. So total the target is around 1 CR gig workers, 1 CR gig workers, right? They have to enroll on e-Shram portal, e-Shrama portal. They will be provided ID cards, they will be provided official ID cards, and they will be covered under Pradhan Mantri Jana Arogya Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jana Arogya Yojana. Okay. Just to conclude these schemes, first one, which one we have seen, just like a one-liner point examination, Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana. What was the purpose? To boosting the farming, especially those who are underperforming districts. 100 districts they have targeted and they are providing the basic agriculture infrastructure. Which was the second scheme? So that is with respect to pulses mission and all. So majorly focus is on the urad dal, tur dal, that is our domestic crops. Okay. Another one, so if you are going by the Anganwadi Saksham and all, to provide the nutritious to the children and all. Gig workers, providing them employment opportunity, this ID cards and all, and registering on the e-Shram portal, covering them their health insurances and all. Okay. So, and these are the major schemes which are highlighted in this year union budget. Is that clear? Right. So, because these are the schemes which time and again that will be in news. The basic idea is to cover this one is especially from 2014 onwards. So the schemes, those are like flagship in nature. So those all are just to supposed to have the basic idea, and accordingly the schemes which are mentioned in this year budget. Is that clear? Please quickly revise this one. Please quickly revise. Okay. So moving further, which was our second area, which is like highly mass fetching and all, that is defense is there, also there. We will focus now majorly on the important summits, that is international summits, that may be BIMSTEC, that may be ASEAN summit, okay, that may be our COP summit and all, okay, which all the events happened in 2025 itself only. The first one, we are talking about the BIMSTEC, that is 6th summit. Sixth BIMSTEC summit. I hope you are aware how many member countries are there of this BIMSTEC. This is talking about majorly which area, which part. BIMSTEC means Bay of Bengal initiative. Okay, Bay of Bengal means which are the countries bordering this Bay of Bengal. Those all countries are the, for example, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka. I hope you are aware, total 7 to 8 countries are there. You are aware? Then what you have read in your static? This is exclusively the current affairs update, right? So if you are a little bit or not aware, please Just read 2 to 3 lines about BIMSTEC, which is highly important. This year we had the 6th summit. Okay, 6th summit of this BIMSTEC 2025. Okay, the question will be very naturally, which country have sponsored this summit, or in which country this summit was held. Okay, right. So very naturally the answer is Bangkok. Okay, in Bangkok, so that is nothing but the capital of Thailand. Okay, in which this summit was held. So on India's behalf, our Honorable Prime Minister, he participated in this summit. What was the theme? Okay, what was the theme? This is also very important. Theme was BIMSTEC. The theme was on the same line. BIMSTEC hyphen prosperous, comma, resilient, and open. This was this theme. BIMSTEC, prosperous, resilient, and open. They will ask max of the max, where was this summit was held? Answer is in, that is Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. So in which month? In the month of April. In the month of April, specifically 3rd and 4th April was the summit was held. Is that clear? Right. Next one. G7. G7 means group of 7 countries. G7, that is group of 7 countries. G7 Summit 2025. G7 Summit 2025. This is officially 51st, right? So where this is going to held? This is going to held. It was already held in Canada. Okay, it was held in Canada. Okay, right. NATO Summit 2025. NATO Summit 2025, where it was held? Netherlands. Hague, how you pronounce it. So it was held in Netherlands. 2026 will be held in Turkey. 2026 will be held in Turkey. Okay, so Ramsar Convention, that is our COP15. COP15, that is Conference of Parties. Conference of Parties to Ramsar Convention. Conference of Parties, that is short form is COP15. Conference of Parties, that is COP15 to Ramsar Convention. I hope you are aware, Ramsar Convention is for what purpose? Wetlands, right? So presently how many wetlands are there in India? Presently how many wetlands are there? 91. Earlier it was 75, then 5 more added. Now ultimately we have reached to 91. Okay? Ultimately we have reached to 91. Right. Well, okay. So is there any sound quality issue? They will check it out. Okay, no need to worry. Fine. Okay. So what was the purpose of this one? That was very naturally who is to represent our environment minister and all. So Bhupendra Yadav. So where this convention was held. Okay. So it was held in Zimbabwe. It was held in Zimbabwe in July. COP15, right? Zimbabwe. So on the same lines, we will look into that. Our Bhupendra Yadav, the same environment minister, he was appointed as the chairperson for Big Cat Alliance. same person, Bhupendra Yadav, he was appointed as the chairperson for this one, Big Cat Alliance. What is this Big Cat Alliance? Big Cat. How many Big Cat are there, like, with respect to this Big Cat Alliance? Can you just name, like, any Big Cats? Tiger is there? Total, how many are there? 7. Okay? So it is the alliance, that too especially when Prime Minister of India visited our Karnataka, Bandipura National Park. At that time itself only it was launched, when our project Tiger completed 50 years. Okay? So that was the idea. BRICS Summit 2025. BRICS Summit 2025. Okay? So it was the 17th edition. 17th edition. Now the BRIC members are not 5. Earlier it was 5. BRICS, BRI stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So in this summit, the members increased to 10. 5 more added. Okay, so total 10 members participated. So it was held in Brazil. It was held in Brazil. So India is going to hold 2026 BRICS Summit, right? So India is going to hold the 2026 Summit. Okay. Another one, that is SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit 2025. So that was held in China itself only, Tianjin region. In Tianjin, China, so this summit was held. Is that clear? Right? So as the name itself indicating, Shanghai Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So most of the sessions will be held in Shanghai itself only. Okay? Please quickly revise. There are, apart from this also, many issues are there, but we are purely focusing on from the examination perspective. Okay? Right. Apart from this, ASEAN Summit was also held, 46th and 47th. 46th and 47th ASEAN Summit. ASEAN Summit. So that was held in Malaysia. So this time that expected one is Wave Summit. Have you heard? Because our Prime Minister is very much crazy about these social media aspects and all. So what is this Waves? That is World Audio, Visual and Entertainment Summit. Waves stands for World Audio, Visual and Entertainment Summit. That was held in Mumbai. Okay? Specifically for the entertainment industry and all. See, most of the things, since it is in current affairs, you might have read in other platforms also. The only thing here is the repetition. When you listen it a number of times, that information will return. Now Waves is little bit of catchy, right? So where it was held in Mumbai. Okay? Earlier it was like some of the BRICS Summit is there. So BRICS Summit very naturally. So that was held in which country? Brazil, right? India is going to held in, that is going to host by 2026. Okay? On the same line, BIMSTEC Summit. Okay? So these are the key international organizations, and India is member among these all countries. So that's why that will become important for us. Okay? Right. So you are aware of some of the international organizations and their headquarters? You are aware? Or quickly you want? Please note it down at a single place itself only. International organizations and their headquarters. Quickly. First one, United Nations Organization, UN. Write it in a column format. Make it in a column format. International Organization Headquarters. Okay. First one, United Nations Organization, that is UNO. Where is the headquarter? That is in New York, USA. New York. Okay. That is, where is New York is located? In USA. Okay. Another one, UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. Where it is headquarter? Nairobi, Kenya. UNDP, United Nations Development Program. UNDP, New York only. UNESCO, where is the headquarter of UNESCO? Paris, that is France. Where is the headquarter of WHO, World Health Organization? Geneva, that is Switzerland. Where is the headquarter of IMF? Washington DC. Right? Where is the headquarter of OPEC, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries? That is in Austria, Vienna. Vienna. Where is the headquarter of this Amnesty International? Amnesty International. That's in London. London. Asian Development Bank. Where is the headquarter of Asian Development Bank, ADB? That is in Manila, Philippines. Where is the headquarter of this ASEAN, which I was mentioned, ASEAN Summit? Where is the headquarter? That's in Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta, Indonesia. Where is the headquarter of this NATO? NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. That is in Brussels, Belgium. Brussels, Belgium. Where is the headquarter of this SAARC? SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC. It is in Kathmandu, Nepal. Where is the headquarter of World Trade Organization, WTO? Yes, Geneva, Switzerland. What is the date today? September 11. You remember anything related with this WTO? In which year? 2001. Have you studied the topic, the Black Friday? It was there for the syllabus when I was studying. It was dealing with this one. Because this day was the Friday. 11 September 2001, Osama bin Laden. You are a little bit aware? Purposefully, he clashed with this World Trade Organization. Okay? So that ultimately led to the death of many. Okay. Where is the headquarter of UNICEF? UNICEF, United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. That is in New York. See, this is what the prior knowledge we have when it comes to United Nations, any organization, either Geneva or Paris. In examination purposefully they give you to make you misguide. Okay? Right. Where is the headquarter of this United Nations Security Council? That is also very important. UNSC. It is in again New York. Right. Yeah, this Transparency International, that's also in news, which released a report about corruption index and all. Where is its headquarters? Its headquarters is in Berlin, Germany. Okay. So, some of the other organizations in which India is a member, particularly. ADB you had written, right? Asian Development Bank. So that is in Manila, headquarter. Manila, that is Philippines. Okay. BIMSTEC, where is the headquarter of BIMSTEC? We have seen the BIMSTEC summit, right? Where is this headquarter? Yes, that is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. In Kathmandu, this is the headquarter, Nepal. SAARC, yes. BIMSTEC, that is in Dhaka. Where is the headquarter of BRICS? BRICS, that is in Shanghai, China. Okay. Yeah, this is also news. International Olympics Committee. Where is the headquarters of this one? That is in Lausanne, Switzerland. Was the 47th president of United States, Nawaf Salam. Nawaf Salam. Okay. Apart from that, Australia also got its new Prime Minister, Australia, Anthony Albanese. Anthony, A-N-T-H-O-N-Y, Anthony Albanese, A-L-B-A-N-E-S-E, Anthony Albanese. UKader, the newly appointed president, that is Daniel Noboa. Daniel Noboa, D-A-N-I-E-L, Daniel, N-O-B-A-A, Noboa. Australia already got the prime minister, right? They also got the chancellor. Australia's new chancellor, Christian Stocker. Christian Stocker. Sorry, there is a correction. It is not Australia, it is Austria. Okay, it is Austria. Australia Prime Minister, yeah, it is there. This fellow is Austria country's new chancellor. That is Christian Stocker. Okay, Greece, which is always in news, it also got its new president. That is Constantine Tassola. Greece new president, because these all are in news. These all countries, not just because of president and prime minister election. If you go very practically, these countries are just because of some of the terrorist organization or some of the tariffs, right? And some of the political instability. See, very practically, when the elections will take place, if everything is okay, political situation, very natural it will be for every 4 years or 5 years. When there is a political instability, then only the internal elections will be conducted. So Greece and all, these are not politically stable countries. Time and again the army will take over the administration and all. So there is a high possibility of conducting the election. So is the new Greece president, that is Constantine, C-O-N-S-T-A-N-T-I-N-E, Constantine Tossel, T-A-S-S-O-U-L-A-S. Yes, this is one more Portugal Prime Minister, because he was the reappointed. Portugal Prime Minister, who is that? Luis, L-U-I-S, Luis Montenegro, M-O-N-T-E-M-O-N-T-E-N-E-G-R-O. Okay? Yes. Okay, the new president of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, that is JOU, Z-O-U, JOU, G-I, JOU, because it is Chinese name, okay. Z-O-U hyphen J-I, J for jungle, J-I-A-Y-I, Y-I, okay.
It is the name, Chinese name. Okay. Yes, this is again important. The first female and African president of IOC. The first female and the African president of IOC, that is International Olympics Committee. This kind of question there is a possibility. Okay, who is that? Kirsty, Kirsty. Kirsty. Next, that is Coventry, Coventry. Kirsty Coventry. Okay. So the new Prime Minister of Singapore. Who is the new Prime Minister of Singapore? Lawrence Wong. LAW RENCE. Lawrence Wong. WONG. The new Prime Minister of Myanmar. The new Prime Minister of Myanmar. That is you. Nyo. NYO. Nyo Sa. Ours is best, right? Narendra Modi. See, split it. Nyo Sa. Yes. Right, please revise. These are the major appointments at the international platform. See, the ultimate agenda, at least 2 questions if that fetch from today class, that is worth. Because we are max of the max covering all the areas. So in the worst case, out of 3 to 4 questions, if 2 questions means that is 50% is the success ratio. Okay. Hopefully all the 4 to 5 questions will be from today class only. But max of the max, you know, there will be 50 to 60% of the success rate. Please revise quickly. Yeah. Please revise. Okay. Next subheading, that is defense. Okay. So in this defense, particularly, first we will look after Operation Sindoor, because which is in news very naturally. When was this Operation Sindoor started? Just for the basic idea, started on May 7. Okay, May 7. But no one going to ask but just for the basic idea. Okay. Here the concept is the missiles which are used in this particular operation. Okay. So that is very important. The names are particularly important. First one, Indian Army's Akash Tir. India's Army Tir. Tir means what? Billu Bana. Okay, Akash Tir. Akashದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಾಣ ಅನ್ನೋ ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ. Because our defense and all ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಪದಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಪೃಥ್ವಿ, Akash, missiles name also, Nag. Okay, so these all are the names. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, so that is by the Indian Army's Akash Tir. Okay, so very naturally, for what purpose? Just to track and shoot. Just to track and shoot the enemy aircraft, this drones and missiles. Okay, so this is developed by BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. BEL. Okay. Triguna. As the name itself indicating, this missile, like it is specifically with 3 guna, 3 specification. So first thing, this is 3 guna is by Indian Navy. See, be very specific. Akash Tir, it is by Army. 3 guna by Navy. 3 guna by Navy. Okay. So as name itself, 3 means 3 special characters of this one. Okay, so first thing, it is the maritime domain platform, which integrates sea-based radar, sonar, and communication nodes. NODES. See, it is in terms of this is Navy's means very naturally it works under water. Okay, right. Okay. So this is just an idea you are supposed to know. Okay, well. Apart from this, here the military exercise also plays the very major role. Military exercises also plays the major role. So before that, please note down few important missiles in use. In this itself only, important missiles in use. Afterwards, we will look after the military exercises. Okay. So now the point is important missiles which are in use. First thing we have seen here, particularly in terms of Operation Sindoor. One is of navies, that is Akash Tir. Another one is of this is of army, this is of navy, that is 3 guna. Okay. Now other missiles which are in use, that also plays the important role. So that is first one is Agni Prime. Okay. So first thing, it is a ballistic missile. Nuclear capable. Two stage. Solid fueled missile. Solid fueled missile. Okay. Another one, K4 missile. Right. First thing it is a
K4 is a submarine, means underwater. Submarine ballistic missile developed by DRDO. Next, Agni 5. So it is intermediate range ballistic missile. So what is the range now? Agni 5 it is. See, Agni 1, 2, 3, 4, it is 5. It depends on the range. It is 5,000 kilometers of range. Range is 5,000 kilometers. Next, Mission Divyastra. By DRDO. Pushpak. What is Pushpak? It is the reusable launch vehicle, RLV. Reusable launch vehicle, Pushpak. Okay. Right. So these are the few missiles in use. Okay. Pushpak and all. Now, military exercises. There are so many military exercises in use. So before that, what is the purpose of conducting this military, exercises and all? Why the countries they choose to go for the military exercise? Military exercise, usually conducted among the not the enemy nations. Okay, usually among the friendly countries. Just to exchange what kind of developments or what kind of technologies we are using. For example, now India, Maldives, India, Sri Lanka, even to some extent India, Pakistan also we have some of the exercises. And India, America, India, Russia, India, Ukraine, India, Mongolia, nomadic elephant, India, this Mongolian and all. So what is the purpose here means? Just to show them their capacity. Okay? See, we are using this technology. We have this much of advanced technology. Be aware. Don't take any challenge with us. See, look into this. These are our technologies. These are the things how we protect our borders. Okay? If you want, if that is a very desi manufacturing, we will sell to you also. For example, recently Philippines have shown interest in our BrahMos missile. BrahMos missile that is jointly, that project is taken by India and Russia. Right? Now Philippines is in need. Philippines tells, we want these many missiles, can you just provide us? Can you just, supply these many missiles? So we are ready. That is defense. Earlier, only America used to do like this. Because America, now if you little bit of, for other examinations, if you have this analysis and all, why America is just imposing this much of tax on the India and other countries means, America never been a market for the manufacturing products, which is the biggest market. Asian countries are the biggest market. Okay, so anyhow, they are imposing tax on us means tariffs in economy language. They are also ultimately suffering. So when they are not getting the product, very naturally the products which are available there, that will become more costlier. Okay? So like this, this is how the things works, right? So the military exercises, first one very important, that is nomadic elephant. Nomadic. N-O-M-A-D-I-C. Nomadic elephant. It is a joint military exercise. 17th joint military exercise. What is the name? Nomadic elephant between India and Mongolia. Between India and Mongolia. Okay, and Mongolia and all are one of the friendly country. Okay, another exercise Shakti. Shakti. Shakti is between India and France. India and France. Simbex. Simbex. S stands for yes, Singapore. I stands for India. Simbex. Singapore, India, maritime. See, military is different, maritime is different. Okay, military means they practice on ground. Maritime means they practice in very naturally in the oceans. Okay, so this is naval. So very naturally in sea means who will be responsible? Indian Navy. So Simbex is a 32nd edition. 32nd edition of Simbex, that is between Indian Army and Sri Lankan Army. Okay, so that was there. Right. Another one with Singapore itself only, that is, what is the name? See, this is military exercise. This is navy exercise, maritime exercise. Another one is the military exercise. What is the name of that? Bold Kurukshetra. Bold Kurukshetra. Bold Kurukshetra is between India and Singapore. India and Singapore. Next, SLINEX. SLI, S-L-I, next. SL stands for Sri Lanka, IM stands for India. SLINEX. It is a naval exercise between Sri Lanka and India. That is the 12th edition. 12th edition naval exercise between Sri Lanka and India. That is what called as the SLINEX. Okay. Bold Kurukshetra, India and Singapore. Simbex is between Singapore and India. Shakti is between India and France. Nomadic elephant is between India and Mongolia. Okay. With Surya Kiran, with whom? Surya Kiran, military exercise. Nepal, India and Nepal. It is an army exercise. It is an army exercise. Next, Dharma Guardian. Dharma Guardian. It is again an army exercise, that is military exercise between 6th edition of military exercise between India and Japan. Between India and Japan. Yes, one more. Cyclone 2025. It is the name of the exercise. Cyclone 2025 between India and Egypt. Between India and Egypt, third edition. This was the third edition between India and Egypt. Military exercise between India and Maldives. You are aware? It is again in news time and again. 13th edition of military exercise between India and Maldives. Yes, that is ECU, E-K-U, ECU, E-K-U, Verin, Equerin, B-E-E-R-I-N, Equerin, E-K-U-V-E-R-I-N, Equerin, is between India and Maldives. Military exercise. Military exercise. Varuna, you are aware? Varuna is between India and France. Varuna, it is the naval exercise. 23rd edition of 23rd edition of naval exercise, that is Varuna, between India and France. Indra, this is also news. Indra, exercise Indra, naval exercise, this is also, that is very naturally by Indian Navy, right, between India and Russia, that is the 14th edition. That is the 14th edition. Yes, with Bangladesh naval exercise, that is 5th edition of Bongo Sagar. Bangladesh, Bengali language. So in that context, a little bit of this reason. That is Bongo Sagar. Bongo Sagar. Between India and Bangladesh, 5th edition of naval exercise. Yes, again, this is also important. Between India and Kyrgyzstan. India and Kyrgyzstan, that is 12th edition of 12th edition of joint military exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan. What is the name? That is Khanjara. Khanjara, Khanjar, Khanjara. Khanjara, okay. The slick military exercise between India and Uzbekistan. The slick, DUST LIK. The slick between India and Uzbekistan. Okay, next one, that is exercise desert flag. Exercise desert flag. Exercise desert. Desert means desert. Flag, FLAG, flag 10. 10. It is the name of the exercise between India and UAE. Between India and UAE. Okay, so it was Indian Army, like our Air Force, we practiced in UAE. Okay, please quickly revise. All are important. Okay. So since these all are little bit of international level, probably that was little bit boring. Now let's see what was happening in India. Okay. So yes, the heading is national news. National news. Okay. So where naturally look after the particular developments happened at the national level also, some of the state level development also, some of the appointments at the national level. Yes, the year 2025, especially January month, it witnessed one of the biggest event at the national level. Which was that? Yes, in the month of January itself when it started, right? What was that? Maha Kumbh Mela. Yes.
It started with that one only, right? It is not just Kumbh Mela, it is Maha Kumbh Mela. Okay, so that's why that is important. First thing, so this Kumbh Mela that is in the list of UNESCO's intangible list. UNESCO's, that is added to UNESCO's intangible list in the year of 2017. Okay, so where naturally, where was this Kumbh Mela was held? In Prayagraj, that is Uttar Pradesh. So this Mahakumbha Mela is to held for every 12 years. Kumbha Mela is for every 4 years. Mahakumbha Mela is for every 12 years. In India, it is on majorly 4 places itself only this Kumbha Mela. One is Ujjain, another one is this one Nasik, another one in the top, that is probably in Haridwar, I guess. Yes, another one is this Prayagraj. Okay. So for every 4 years they used to conduct. Here it is the 12 years. So that's why, and 4 major rivers. Narmada, one is Ganga, you know, Ujjain, that is Yamuna, same. So that is mysterious, Saraswati and all. So those are the 4 major rivers it is being conducted. Here Nasik means it is Godavari in Maharashtra. Okay, like that. So, well, that was the idea. So just to start with this, you know, like, which was, see, let's make it as simple as possible. This major event was with respect to Hindu religion. Okay. So with respect to another religion, is there any bill which made sound at the national level? Waqf board, right? So just 2 to 3 aspects with respect to that one, because some sections and subsections become important. Please mention, that is Waqf Bill 2025, that is now become the Act, Waqf Amendment Act 2025, that is officially called as the Umeed Act. Umeed, U-M-E-E-D. Umeed means expectation, simple meaning, right? So since it is amended in this 2025, what was the original act? That was Waqf Act 1995. See, they have amended this Waqf Act 1995, okay, and they have made the necessary change in year 2025. So which section was removed? This is, there is a possibility of asking. Section 40 was removed. Section 40 was removed. Okay, so this much of basic information. So that is important aspect. Okay, 2 important things from India that have added to the UNESCO's memory of the World Register. Which are those 2 things? UNESCO, that was, I am not talking about the heritage list. Okay, in that heritage list is Maratha forts and all they have added, right? Ahom was added, that special unique type of this cemeteries and all they have added. The point is here is about UNESCO's memory of the World Register. That is, one is Natya Shastra, another one is our Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so with these two, the total number of Indian inscriptions, with these two, with adding by these two, the total number of Indian inscriptions in the UNESCO's memory of World Register is now total 14. Okay, total 14. Okay, so another important development what that was happened, which is our national heritage animal of India. National heritage, you know, this one animal of India, that is elephant. Okay, national you know, this one animal, tiger. Okay, national aquatic animal, Gangetic dolphin. So now that is the point. For the first time we had this one, the estimation or the survey or the census of this riverine dolphin. So accordingly, in India, presently how many river dolphins we have? That is 6327, 6327. Okay. So Uttar Pradesh, highest number of dolphins, because river Ganga is located there itself only, very naturally. So after Uttar Pradesh, it is Bihar, then West Bengal, then Assam. Okay, it is pure the belt of that Ganga and Brahmaputra river, because Assam means that is same belt. Okay, right. So total number of dolphins and all 6327. So how many tiger reserves are there in India? Which was recently added? Tiger reserve. Recently 58th tiger reserve. Okay, which one? That is Madhav Tiger Reserve. Madhav Tiger Reserve in the Chambal region. Where? Which is state it is? Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh. Right. So in India, we again witnessed one of the world record, that is world's highest railway arc. World's highest railway arc that was inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister. That is 359. This number is also important. 359 meter. Above which river? Chenab. That is very important. Chenab. Okay. So apart from that, these are like one liner, two liner. Okay. How many Ramsara sites are there now? Total 91, which recently added. Okay. Please mention that two names. One is that is Khinchan. Khichan, Khichan in Phalodi district, Rajasthan. Khichan in Phalodi district of Rajasthan. Second one, Mainar wetland, Udaipur. Mainar wetland, Udaipur. So very naturally, this is also located in Rajasthan itself only. See, whenever it comes to Ramsara sites, right? So the basic difference is, one is Ramsara site, another one is the wetland. All wetlands, right, are not the Ramsara sites, but all Ramsara sites are the wetlands. Getting the point? India have, if you go by that logic, there may be thousands of Ramsara sites, thousands of wetlands, but how many Ramsara sites are there? 91. What does it mean? First thing you're supposed to know what you mean by wetland. Wetland is such a place, okay, by protecting that one particular area, you are protecting that whole surrounding. It is like heart. If heart is good, all the body parts are good. On the same line, here it is the heart of the environment. If you are protecting this particular area, you are protecting that whole surrounding. Those kind of areas are particularly called as the wetlands. So this wetland may be a lake, this wetland may be a field, agriculture field. This wetland may be a, reservoir, water reservoir. Okay. So on what basis this is being mentioned as Ramsara means, Ramsara, it is the name of a city in Iran. Ramsara, it is the name of a city in Iran. In 1982, okay, all the world representatives, Prime Minister, President and all, they all had that first meeting over there in the place called Ramsar in Iran. So then they decided which are exclusively important kind of these areas, so that will be protected by the government. In Karnataka, if you've been to Rangantittu, that is Karnataka's first Ramsara site. Okay, if you just imagine this one Rangantittu itself only, first thing very naturally it is a bird sanctuary. Okay, we are protecting the birds. Second thing, which river passes through? River Kaveri. You are protecting the river Kaveri means you are protecting the so many amphibians over there. Fish is there, crocodiles is there. You are protecting that one also. Third thing, very naturally there is some amount of forest is also there. You are protecting forest also. That is flora as well as fauna. This area is rich with both flora and fauna, that is usually considered as the wetland, and based on some of the major basic guidelines by the international bodies, okay, Montreux Accord, if you are aware. So those kind of accords are there, Ramsar Convention, you know, those kind of things are specifically taken into consideration. They will be declared as the Ramsara sites. Now whenever you go, you know, this Rangantittu bird sanctuary and all, probably you may get that notice board. If you have like just thrown any plastic over there, you will be getting a fine of 5,000 rupees because it is being protected now. Earlier, probably the maintenance may not be good. Now, total how many Ramsara sites are there in Karnataka? Karnataka, how many Ramsara sites are there on the same lines of this Rangantittu bird sanctuary? Total 4 are there. Okay, from Karnataka. First one is Rangantittu. Okay, right. Yes, please mention your point. That is 44th Indian site to enter into the UNESCO's World Heritage List. 44th Indian site to enter into the UNESCO's World Heritage List. What is that? This is related to the Marathas military landscape. Marathas military landscape. So total 11 forts are there. Nandigarh fort and all. Total 11. Okay. Out of this 11, right? So sorry, total 12 are there. 11 are located in Maharashtra. 1 is located in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Which is that? Jinji. G-I-N-G-E-E. Jinji fort, that is a Maratha fort constructed by them. It is located in Tamil Nadu. Total 12 are there. Is that clear? And it is the 44th site in the list of the World Heritage List. What is that? Natya Shastra and Bhagavad Gita. Which list that is? Memorial list. Yes? Okay. What are the other developments? You know, very naturally, Vice President election that was there. So, polity, current affairs. So, right. No, which is India's longest freight train? Freight means goods train. Freight means what? It's a goods train. What is the name given to that one? Yes, Rudrashtra. Rudrashtra is the Asia's largest freight. Freight means goods train. Where is this Deen Dayal port is located? Kandla. Kandla is located in which state? Maharashtra. Okay, what is the significance of that one now? It is the India's first Kandla port. India's first Make in India green hydrogen plant. Make in India's green hydrogen plant commissioned by Prime Minister at Kandla port. At Kandla port. Okay. BIMSTEC first traditional music festival. BIMSTEC first traditional music festival that was held in New Delhi. That was held in New Delhi. Yes, one more important development. Okay, so the news is related to Gujarat. Okay, in Gujarat, what happened means the first tribal genome sequencing project that was being launched. India's first tribal genome sequencing project. Okay, so that is launched in Gujarat. So very naturally, what is the benefit of this genome sequencing? What is the significance of the genome sequencing? Yes, it's helpful to know the identity as well as the health care. Assume that in a family, the persons are being died just because of one particular disease and all. If they go by this genome sequencing, the whole family medical history will come to the picture. So that particular tribe, and it will be helpful to protect their identity also. To some extent in near future, that may help to increase the population also, that particular tribal population. So many development aspects. Since it is at the research phase, so these are the things. Where is India's first cooperative university? Cooperative university. It is in the place of Union Cooperative Minister in his state itself only. Who is the Union Cooperative Minister? Amit Shah. Yes, he is the Home Minister also. He is the Minister of Cooperation also, right? So that's why. So it is national level cooperative university. That is India's first cooperative university, named as Tribhuvan. Named as Tribhuvan Sahakari University at Gujarat. Yes, so where is this first AI Action Summit, Artificial Intelligence Action Summit that was conducted at, that was held at where? It was held at Paris. Okay. When Modi visited America, so at that time what they have said? AI stands for India and America. That friendship bonding, so that we can exchange the technology, right? India, America. That's why now Donald Trump is calling Modi as his big brother. So he want to have a meeting with Modi regarding this tariffs and all. Let's see if this happens. Means that is ultimately benefit for India itself only, right? Okay. Have you heard about Raisana dialogue? Raisana dialogue. It is usually held in New Delhi. Raisana Hill, it is there. I mean, it is an office. Okay. So in that particularly, we discuss about the anti-terrorist measures being taken by India as well as the other world countries. So this was the 10th edition of Raisana dialogue. It is almost every year held in New Delhi only, because Raisana is a place there. Okay, in New Delhi. So it is a government place. So that is officially called as the Raisana dialogue. RAISINA, Raisana dialogue. Okay, so majorly what is the discussion topic here means anti-terrorist measures taken by the world leaders. Taken by the world leaders. Yes, one more, that is regarding Kerala, Kazikode. Kazikode, right? Kerala's Kazikode, that is, it was added in Kazikode, Kerala, that is added to the global network of age-friendly cities. age-friendly cities. Kozhikode. New name. Calicut was the Britishers' name. This is Kozhikode. Okay, global age-friendly cities. Okay. So, and this initiative is by World Health Organization. This age-friendly, it is no age in the sense senior citizens and all that age, not this friendly age, because it is talking about the inclusion of older adults in urban development. So that means Kozhikode in simple terms, it is senior citizen friendly city, where senior citizens they feel safety or they feel secured to walk on the roads, to get out and visit any of the government offices and all. It is like senior citizen friendly. Okay, so that is the idea. Okay, where is this DRDO's new missile testing range that is being foundation stone laid ceremony that was held in Andhra Pradesh. DRDO's new missile testing range. Okay, so India's dedicated deep water container transshipment hub. Next point, India's dedicated deep water container transshipment hub. Where it is? It is in Vizag International Seaport, Kerala. It is Vinjihan. Mention it. Vijam. Vinjam International Seaport. Where it is located? It is located in Kerala, Tirunanthapuram. Okay, please revise all the points quickly. Okay, we'll have a short break. By 4 o'clock we'll start. It is 3:50. We'll have 10 minutes of break. Shall we start? Okay, since we are looking after the national developments and all, what are the things happened? Okay, that may be some establishment of university, some maybe ports and all. Okay, right. So few particular aspects now, which are again, you know, that was in news at the state level and all. With respect to again to start with that, few aspects are there, right? Okay, so if you go by the Swachh Bharat Swachh Sarvekshana report and all, which city is topping continuously for the third consecutive time? It is Indore. Okay, one of the major reason for this one means it is also declared as the beggar-free city, Indore. Beggars, because in India actually begging is a banned. Okay, if it is not actually the begging, it will be like a if things are going worst and all, it will be the responsibility of the social welfare department. Okay, and the respective state governments have the respective department for that one. Some states have the resettlement kind of the departments and all, that is their responsibility. So even officially, so in the signals and all, if people are begging, you have all the right to file a complaint against that. But why we neglect means like, someone like beggar, let it be, that kind of things are there. But if you go practically, that is illegal in India. Okay, so that was the major reason. So that was like officially they have again declared it. So this one, Indore has become the India's first beggar-free city. Okay, right. So which was our first organic state in India? Sikkim, right? So which was the fully literate state? Kerala. Okay. See, Kerala report which we often quote, that is with respect to 2011 census. Kerala. Okay, because when will be the next digital census that is going to held? In the year of 2027. Okay, now presently as per the Ministry of Education, okay, Kerala, not it is the Mizoram. Okay, Mizoram officially declared as the first fully literate state under Ullas scheme. Ullas scheme. Under Ullas scheme, that is Nav Bharat Saksharata Karyakram. So that is the name. Okay, they haven't given any full form of Ullas. Ullas means what? That is Nav Bharat, that is New India's Saksharata Karyakram, right? Literacy program. Okay, so that is the news with respect to Mizoram. Okay. So on the lines of Union Territory, it is Ladakh. Mizoram, as per the state, these are recent 24-25 data. Kerala, that is by 2011 data. Okay. So usually northeastern states are like first thing in size also, they are very less population, and second thing, most of the regions it is highly hilly region. So that's why population, so since it is very less, where the government project also you can see the 100% implementation. Reason being, when there is no people at all to stay over there and to enjoy the government facility, government very naturally claim the 100% implementation and success. It is like usually it is in the 90 and 10. 90% will be by the funding will be by the central government, 10% will be by the respective state government. Okay, so that is the idea, right? So apart from that, you might have heard about this UCC, Uniform Civil Code, right? Which was the first state to implement this? Uttarakhand. Okay. But the question is, before Uttarakhand, in any of the state or union territory, this Uniform Civil Code that was in already in existence, Goa, but that was not fully. That is the problem. Okay. As per Uniform Civil Code, so it is very equal and common for all the religions and all. In Goa, the respective state government, they not fully implemented, but partially they have implemented. Reason being Goa, like very naturally, as you are all aware, so Christianity highly dominated over there. Some of the Hindu population, most of the Karnataka's border districts and all, they also have their settlement, their business in Goa. Okay, so it is common, and Muslims, so they also have the same population. So they partially implemented this one, Goa. Now Uttarakhand has become the full-fledged implementation of this Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code, is there any reference in our constitution? Yes, it is Article 44. It is DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. Okay, right. So one more. Which state has become India's first fully digitally literate state? Mizoram, literate. This is digitally literate state, means even a common of the common person is also using the digital platform. So here it is Kerala. Okay. So here it is Kerala. And this report is by government itself only. Okay. So Kerala became India's first fully digitally literate state. No, this astrotourism means, so where it will be very easy for you to just have that virtual tour of the this one planet and all. So in which state or union territory that is being promoting? If you go by latitude and longitude, which is at the highest, that will only very near to the sky, right? So that is nothing but what? Ladakh, Leh. Okay. So Ladakh Astro Tourism Festival. Okay. So India's first AI city, India's first artificial intelligence city. See, it is here as per the last recent developments, here it is Lucknow, okay, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. But the recent statement being given by our, Deputy Chief Minister, D.K. Shivkumar and all, he said, we will develop Bidadi as India's first artificial intelligence state. There is a thin line of difference. Lucknow is fully artificial intelligence city. Bidadi, which is majorly famous for industries, it will be first industrially developed with the use of artificial intelligence. You're getting the point. Bidadi industrial town, that area is there, right? So they are developing with the help of artificial intelligence. Lucknow, this is purely artificial intelligence city. Okay, so don't get confused, because when I was cross-checking this fact, so most of the newspaper, they have said the same thing. So Bidadi, no, Bidadi will be the India's first artificial intelligence city and all. No, it will be there in terms of exclusively industries. Okay, so like that. Okay, India's first butterfly sanctuary. India's first butterfly sanctuary, so that is in Kerala. Okay. Okay, so right. Pravasi Bharati Divas, tourism. 18th edition of Pravasi Bharati Divas, that was held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. What is the significance of this Pravasi Bharatiya Divas? When this will be observed? Usually 9th Jan. Right? Usually when it is a 3-day program, when it was initially it was launched, it was 8, 9, 10. What is the significance of this one? Pravasi Bharatiya Divas? Yes? It goes back to 1915, January 9. What is the significance of this one, this date in the history? Mahatma Gandhi came back to India from South Africa. So from this onwards, so he started continuingly residing in India, and 1 year what he did? 1 year he just traveled throughout the India to access the what are the developments and all. So from 1916 onwards, he actively, took part in the freedom movement. Right before 1915, so when he was done with his basic education, he been to London for to become the barrister. In simple language, barrister means advocates. Okay. After completion of this barrister course and all, he back to India. Then again he been to South Africa. For what purpose? To fight a case, one of the case of his client who was a Gujarati Muslim who used to have the business in South Africa. Okay. So this is where when the Gandhi was traveling for the first time in South Africa, he was humiliated. He took the ticket of the first class train in the train and all. He was outrightly thrown out of that train. If you watch that movie, as per which was based on his autobiography, his first thing, his luggage will be thrown out. Afterwards, these people is to pull him out of that train, from running train. The reason being he was black in color. Okay, so that was reserved for the white people only. So that is where that ultimately led to so many revolts in South Africa. Nelson Mandela, who was considered to be the Gandhi of Africa, right? So like how Mahatma Gandhi fought against these all aspects in freedom movement in India, Nelson Mandela actively participated against this racism. Okay, so many aspects. So the day when Mahatma Gandhi back to India, so that is referred as the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, and on whose invitation he comes to India, to whom he considers his political guru in India, it is Gopala Krishna Gokhale. Okay, so on his invitation he backs to India and he started being a part of India, because by that time he earned his name like anything in the world politics just because of South Africa and all, right? So that was the news. Clear, right? Well, to look after some of the again major appointments at the national level. Okay, so as you have seen some of the major bodies and all. Okay, it all starts with the appointment of our Chief Justice of India, CJI. Yes, since Supreme Court is the supreme in India, we start with him only. So he was appointed. Who was that? What is the name? B.R. Gavai. He was appointed as the 52nd Chief Justice of India. Okay. So apart from this, ISRO got the new chairman. Who's that? Dr. V. Narayan. Right. So as you already seen, Bhupendra Yadav, our Union Minister for Environment and Ecology and Climate Change, he was appointed as the chairperson of International Big Cat Alliance. Okay. So, right. See, one more, that is the first lady, that is first woman to lead this one, Railway Protection Force, that is chief of the RPF. Who is that? Sonali Mishra. Sonali Mishra. Okay, right. Yeah, this was also in very much news. The first woman vice chancellor of IGNO. The first woman vice chancellor of IGNO. What is this IGNO? Indira Gandhi National Open University. Like we have in KSOU Bangalore, like in Karnataka, right? KSOU Mysore. So that is Karnataka's one and only open university. This is national level university. Even if you want to pursue your higher education, you can register for the course under this IGNO. Okay, if you want, you can just see most of if you have done any BA, PSc, or some any other degree, and if you are looking for higher education along with your preparation means, so you can get enrolled either at the IGNO platform, right, or at the KSOU platform. So it is purely distance education. What is the theme? That is higher education, everyone, everywhere. That is the overall idea. So for this IGNO, the first woman vice chancellor is that is Uma Kanjilal. Uma Kanjilal. IGNO is by union government, KSOU by Karnataka government. Okay. So, but in IGNO the assignment will be more based on your time and all. You can choose the course. Okay. Okay, the new Director General of CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, one of the key paramilitary force in India, that is Central Reserve Police Force, that is Jnanendra Pratap Singh. Jnanendra Pratap Singh. And one more major body, SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India. Yes? Who is that? Tuhin Kanta Pandey. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. So the new Chief Election Commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar. Okay. So the 23rd Law Commission Chairperson, who is that? Yes, Dinesh Maheshwari. Dinesh Maheshwari appointed as the Law Commission Chief, Chairperson of 23rd Law Commission. So was this new chairman of UPSC? Dr. Ajay Kumar. Since these most of the here are constitutional bodies, so their appointment becomes important for us. Yes, Dr. Ajay Kumar. Okay. That is Dinesh Maheshwari. Dinesh Maheshwari. Clear? So since most of them are the constitutional bodies, so their appointment plays the major role. Okay, so moving further, we will be looking after some of the major ranking of India at the international platform. Okay. Right. So under that, first one is our HDI ranking. What is this HDI ranking stands for? What do you mean by that? What are the major criteria that will taken into consideration to declare this ranking? health, income and education. Little bit official terms for this one. One is life expectancy at birth. Second one, expected age of the schooling, age or completion of the schooling. Third one, standard of living. Okay, these are the major criteria, so that will be being considered for the, ranking of this HDI. What is India's ranking here? Yes, 130 out of 193. Very, very important, this ranking. Okay. So reason being why this matters means sometimes this Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, their ranking will be better in comparison with India. See, reason being is our population. So that's why probably we may be compared to them little bit less stage. But how it will be calculated, I mean like the calculations in the world politics, they compare India's ranking with BRIC countries and all. Okay. So again, they consider what factors led to, downgrading of India's ranking and all. Who is to do? This is all by some international organizations, I mean like some NGOs and all, they highlight the same aspect. So in India, maybe health condition is not so good, health is not so affordable in India. That's why India ranking is, it is somewhat damaging the India's image. Okay. So because since these all are the reports, for the whole world, India is the biggest market, especially ASEAN countries. So in that, India is the biggest market. Okay. So even most of the NGOs which are being funded by the United States of America and all, they shows the more and more report like in India, communal violence is very high. In India, there is a lot of, social unrest is there. The government is not taking the necessary measures. Why so? Because just to, again, we have to defend that point, right? Again, we have to spend some more amount of money, which we mean for other economic activity purpose. It is like acting as a non-plan expenditure and all. Again, we have to spend on this security measures and all. So just to degrade the India's position. Okay. So HDI is one of the major important aspect. Apart from this, gender gap ranking, that is Global Gender Gap Report. Global Gender Gap Report. Gender gap means what in terms of how it is? A comparison between men and women. Okay, that like maybe active participation in the economic activities, the respect or the opportunities being given to women and all. So those kind of things. What is India ranking? It is 131. It is 131 as per 2025 report. Okay, so that is being released by which organization? Global Gender Gap Report is being released by which organization? By World Economic Forum. By World Economic Forum. And which is the first country which always tops here? Iceland is the top one. See, there is this algorithm. Norway, Sweden, Finland, or Iceland, or sometimes Greenland. They will be the top. Why so? First thing, Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian countries means which are near to the Arctic Circle. Populations will be very less. Then where is the first thing? The cold, the climatic conditions are too harsh. If you are sustaining over there, that is the biggest issue. Getting the point? Again, where is this men-women differences and all? So very naturally, everyone get the equal opportunity by the government. So that's why these always, most of the time, any one of these Scandinavian countries will be top this list. There is no any such kind of the big gap with men and women. Okay, right. So, well, this is what I am talking about. Global Peace Index. Global Peace Index. India's rank is 115th. India's rank is 115th. One country's top one from 2008. Which is that? Iceland. Ice plus land. Very naturally, peace will be there, right? In India, if you take, Himalayan countries will be lot of the peace. Here there is less population who is there to fight. Getting the point, okay? So Iceland is that is what the report is highlighting. From 2008 onwards, they are top one. For the next 10 years will be the only top one, unless and until there is a population, right? See, and they are comparing this first ranking with 115th rank of India. See, that is how they make the comparison and all, they highlight. See, India is in this rank, look into this Iceland being such a small country from 2008 onwards, they are maintaining the global peace, this, that and all. Look into the population of India, right? Most of the people who are staying in India and they are working against the wish of the constitution and working against India, where you recently might have seen some of the spy persons of Pakistan, they are being arrested in India and all. So do you really think they want peace in India? No, very naturally, and they are talking about the global peace. So that is what you study in internal security and all. If you are looking after UPSC, this what is this Naxalism and all. So they are being a part of India, they are revolting against the India. Okay, right. SDG index, very, very important. Sustainable development goal. How many goals are there total? 17 goals are there. Okay. In India, which body is responsible to look after this development and all, to release the report in India particularly? Yes. Yes. In India, Niti Aayog is responsible to release the report about SDG. But since this report, what we are talking, it is by the United Nations Sustainable Development Network itself only, that is international body itself only. So what is the India's rank here? So it is 99th position at the international level. Okay. So again, which country is first? Finland. You're getting the point. Whichever index you take at the international level, Norway, Sweden, Finland or Iceland or Greenland will be the top. There is no population. Government literally they are encouraging the people to have the population, to increase the population so that they can survive in near future. Otherwise, the nearby country will be merged with that one. So it will be like 0-0 only, right? So there are so many, how we are taking population control measures, the government is encouraging over there to increase the population. Okay. So that is how SDG index. Okay. Yes. See, this one, Gini coefficient. Have you heard about this? Gini ranking or Gini coefficient. See, this is if you are a little bit aware of the economics and all, there are so many curves and rankings are there. Lafayette curve, Gini curve and all. So this talks about the income inequality. Gini coefficient or Gini index, they particularly talk about the global economic inequality. Economic inequality among very naturally men and women. That is the working. Okay. So in India, we have equal pay for equal work. But how practically it is being implemented and all. So that is what being taken into consideration, right? So India ranks globally 4th country to have this income inequality. Okay. Right? Okay. So another one which is being asked, that is Henley's passport index. Henley's passport index. I mean, the easy level to get the passport within the country. I mean, not so much of jargons and all. So that's why you probably might have seen earlier, getting the passport is the biggest thing in India. You have to apply either at the metro cities level itself. And now, even if you visit any of the post office, here you will get the provision to apply for the passport. Now, most of the things have become online. But still, if you are looking like offline centers and all, you can directly visit to the nearby post office where they will guide you best of the best. Okay. So accordingly, what is our this ranking? That is 77th rank. 77th rank in simplifying the passport process and all. Okay. Yes, one more very important, that is Climate Change Performance Index. CCPI, Climate Change Performance Index. Okay, so our ranking is, that is 10th rank. We are at the 10th rank. See, World Happiness Report, how many people are happy in that particular country? We are at the 180th rank out of 147. What is the criteria? How we can say you are happy or the whole country is happy? What is the criteria? Which country they have launched this, happiness index and all? A king is happy, outrightly his all the, followers are happy. Yes? Is it? Here it is happiness index means they consider 3 to 4 criteria, poverty, that freedom in that particular country and all. So they take into these countries. Corruption perception by Transparency International, which I have seen, right? Where is this headquarter of Transparency International? Yes, where is the headquarter of Transparency International? Yes. Okay, so this is the India's rank. It's ranked, 96th, yeah, 96th out of 180 countries. That means that much of corruption is existed in India. It is 96th ranking out of 180 countries. Okay. See, the top country where there is no corruption as per Transparency International, that is Denmark. See again, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, all are the same cluster. In which country we have the worst of the worst corruption? That is one of the African countries, South Sudan. Please revise quickly. Next, important awards at the national level. Some of the Padma awardees and all, okay? Our Honorable Prime Minister is getting so many awards at the international platform. So those names also important. First, we'll look after the Padma Awards 2025. So which ministry will be majorly responsible to finalize and to announce this one, just for your basic idea. Which ministry will be nodal ministry if you want to apply for Padma awardees? The process is online only, but which ministry will look after this? Ministry of Culture, Art and Culture, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs. The list will be released by the government, right? Which ministry? That is Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, so very naturally, you know now this order, right? Padma Vibhushana, Padma Bhushana, Padma Shri. And this is the hierarchy. Above this Padma Vibhushan itself only Bharata Ratna. Ranking. Bharata Ratna is the top. Second one is Padma Vibhushana, Padma Bhushana, Padma Shri. As the spelling reduces, the weightage also reduces. No, that is how it is hierarchy. Vibhushana, Bhushana, Shri. Just easy to remember. Okay? Right. So total Padma, 7 persons they have awarded this Padma Vibhushana. Usually if you observe, Padma Vibhushana will be very less every year. Hardly it will be less than 10. Padma Shri, if you look into, probably it cross around 15 to 20 members. This year it is 113 Padma Shri. Okay? Padma Vibhushana, which is just below the Bharat Ratna, right? That means such a great personalities. So this year it is only 7. Last year 1 or 2 persons only they have got. Padma Bhushana is 19 members. No one going to ask how many, but just for your basic idea. Okay. So just to know these 7 personalities, just mention quickly. Yes. Failed, and this one. First one, Nageshwar Reddy. Quickly, Nageshwar Reddy, medical field. Nageshwar Reddy, medical field. Justice Jagdish Singh. Justice, retired. Justice Jagdish Singh Keher, public affairs. Public affairs. Next, Kumudini Rajnikant Lakhia. Art means in terms of dance and all. Okay. Kumudini Lakshmikant Lakhia. Next, Lakshmi Narayana Subramanya. Lakshmi Narayana Subramanya. Art form only. Next, Vasudeva Nair. Next person, Vasudeva Nair. It is posthumously. Posthumously means this person is not alive. After his death, this award being conferred. That is called posthumously. In which field? Literature and education. Literature and education. So another person, Osamu Suzuki. Osamu Suzuki. So from Japan, this is also posthumously, after the death itself only. In which field? That is trade and industry. Trade and industry. 7th person, Sharda Simha. Srimati Sharda Simha. So this is also posthumously only. So in which field? In the field of art. In the field of art. Okay. So this is just about Padma Award. Our PM awards. Our Honorable Prime Minister, he received the awards of so many countries. Okay. So which are those? Just quickly have a look after that. Order of Southern Cross. See, these all are the name of the awards. Okay. What is that first one? Order of the Southern Cross. By which country? By Brazil. By Brazil. Order of Macarius III. Order of Macarius. M-A-K-A-R-I-U-S. RIOS, Order of Macarius 3, Cyprus, by Cyprus country. Macarius. Order of the Star, Order of the Star, by Ghana, by Ghana. Okay. Next one, Grand Commander of the Order of the Star, Grand Commander of the Order of the Star, and Key of the Indian Ocean, and Key of the Indian Ocean. By which country? By Mauritius. By Mauritius. Mauritius. Okay. So that is Grand Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean. That means key personality in the Indian Ocean region. Who is that? That is our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Like this, total 27 countries have given their country's highest order. That is nothing but some of the respect to the leader. Okay. Okay, this Swachha Sarvekshana awards and all, that is given by which ministry? You are aware? Swachha Sarvekshana award and all, Indore is the first city and beggar free city and all. It is given by which ministry? Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay. So very naturally, that is Indore is the first one, Gujarat is the second, that is Surat. Gujarat, Surat is the second city. Okay, one of the very important award, United Nations Population Award. United Nations Population Award. Okay, so whose name? Varsha Deshpande from Maharashtra. Varsha Deshpande for Maharashtra. For what purpose? For promoting the gender equality and preventing. First, what is the purpose? One is gender equality. Second one, preventing the sex selective abortion. Sex selective abortion. That means if that is the baby girl, so PCPNDT Act we have in India, right? Prevention of this testing and all. But in some cases, still it is there. Sex selective abortions. Okay. So she was the one who is associated with this one. So ultimately she got the award. Okay. MS Swaminathan Award 2025 for Food and Peace. This is also one of the important award because MS Swaminathan, who is considered to be the father of Green Revolution in India. Okay. So based on his name, what is the name of the award? MS Swaminathan Award for Food and Peace. To whom it is being awarded? To Professor Adnel of Nigeria, ADNLE. Professor Adnel of Nigeria. Okay. So just your examination, there is a possibility of asking National Film Fare Award also. So 71st National Film Fare Award, Best Actor Shah Rukh Khan. Okay. Best Actress Rani Mukherjee. Just for your basic idea purpose. Actually, two are there. Best Actor, that is Shah Rukh Khan and Vikrant Messi. Okay. Vikrant Messi. So Best Actress, that is Rani Mukherjee. Okay, so this is just about the few awards. To again, BCCI Lifeline Achievement Award, very naturally, Sachin Tendulkar is the ultimate choice. BCCI Lifetime Achievement Award for Sachin Tendulkar. Yes, this is one more important national award, that is 59th Jnanapita Award. 59th Jnanapita Award, for whom? Vinod Kumar Shukla. Vinod Kumar Shukla from Chhattisgarh. From Chhattisgarh. Language Hindi. Language Hindi. Okay, 59th Jnanapita Award. Abel Award. ABEL. Abel Prize. Abel Prize 2025. Okay, it is to the Japanese mathematician. Abel Prize is for, this is also considered as the Nobel in Maths, Mathematics. If you are little bit aware, there is no Nobel Award for Mathematics. You know, so this Abel Prize is considered equivalent to the Nobel Prize of Mathematics. To whom it is being awarded? It is awarded to Japanese person, Japanese mathematician, Masaki, M-A-S-A-K-I, Masaki Kashiwara. Masaki Kashiwara. Masaki Kashiwara. Okay. One more important, Saraswati Samman Award. 34th Saraswati Samman Award. It is awarded to Sanskrit scholar Sadhu Bhadresh Das. Sadhu Bhadresh Das. Okay, for his book Swami Narayana Siddhanta Sudha. Swami Narayana Siddhanta Sudha. Okay. 2025 International Booker Prize. Yes. Only Bhanu Mushtaq or Deepa Basti is also there? Yes, International Booker Prize. Okay. So it is Bhanu Mushtaq for her short story, that is Heart Lamp. Heart Lamp. It is translated to English. Translated to English by Deepa Basti. Deepa Basti. Okay, so quickly revise. Quickly revise. Okay, so some of the sports related news quickly. Ranji Trophy 2025, who is the winner? Ranji Trophy 2025, who is the winner? Vidarbha. Against Kerala. Yes, Kerala only. The match was held in Nagpur, Maharashtra. Okay. So IPL 2025, as you are all aware, It is RCB's first win. Okay. So where it was held? Gujarat, right? Runner-up. So the history remembers only winners, not even the runners. Okay. Only RCB is in mind against whom they have played the match. That is the history. Success have many fathers, failure have none. You know, only successful people will be remembered. You know, that is runner-up Kings 11, Punjab. Yes. So most runs by Sai Sudarshan. Right, and it was the which edition? IPL 18th edition. Okay. 14 ವರ್ಷ ವನವಾಸವಾಯಿತು, 15 ಹೋಯ್ತು, 16 ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಕೊನೆಗೆ 18ನೇದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್. Other important okay. Khelo India Beach Games 2025. Khelo India Beach Games 2025. Manipur is the topper. Manipur is the topper. Next one is Maharashtra. Next one is Maharashtra. Okay. 7th edition of Khelo India Youth Games. 7th edition of Khelo India Youth Games. So Maharashtra is the topper. Okay. 2nd edition of Khelo India Para Games. Khelo India Para Games, which was held at New Delhi. Haryana won the maximum awards. ICC Hall of Fame 2025. Which Indian cricketer got the MS Dhoni? Okay. India's first Khelo India water sports, which was held at Khelo India water sports, that is in Dal Lake, Srinagar. Dal Lake, Srinagar. This FED Women's World Championship chess. FED was the winner, Divya Deshmukh from Maharashtra. Divya Deshmukh. This is Women's World Championship. Women's World Championship. Wimbledon 2025. Wimbledon 2025 men's single, Jannik Sinner. Men's single, Jannik Sinner. Okay, quickly. Jannik, Jannik Sinner, Sinner. Women's single, Iga, Iga, Iga Swiatek. Iga Swiatek. SWIATEK. French Open, men's single, Carlos Alcaraz. Okay. Women's single, Coco Gauff. COCO GAUFF. Clear? French Open, men singles winner, Carlos Across. Women single winner, Coco, COCO, Golf, GAUFF. Australia Open, men single, Jannik Sinner again, Jannik Sinner. Women single, that is Madisona Key. Madisona Key. Okay, so we're in the last phase to look after few books and all, like those who have contributed, written, obituaries. Quickly mention around 4 to 5 important books. First one, The Rise of Hitman. The Rise of Hitman. So very naturally it is the story of whom? Rohit Sharma, cricketer. So written by R. Kaushik. R. Kaushik. R. Kaushik. Another important book, Why Constitution Matters. Why Constitution Matters by Justice D.Y. Chandrachуда. By Justice D.Y. Chandrachуда. Another one regarding, M.S. Swaminathan, based on his story itself only, The Man Who Fed India. The Man Who Fed India. Okay. So it was by Priyandamba Jaykumar. Priyandamba Jaykumar, author. Okay. Okay. Few personalities, great personalities who left us. Okay. So one is Shibu Soren, one of the most prominent face of Jharkhand. He served as a chief minister for more than 30 plus years. Shibu Soren. Shibu Soren, one of the prominent tribal leader also. SHIBU, Shibu Soren, SOREN, former chief minister of Jharkhand. Okay. Dilip Joshi, Indian cricketer. Yeah, this one, Maruti Chitampalli. Maruti Chitampalli. So he was one of the Padma awardee and renowned environmentalist. So he was referred as Aranya Rishi, the sage of the forest. Okay. One more Padma awardee, Kumudini Lakhia. Kumudini Lakhia. So she was a Kathak dancer. Kathak dancer. Okay, next K. Kasturi Rangan, former ISRO chairman. Okay. So on which day we celebrate National Space Day? National Space Day. 23rd August. What is the significance? Mission Chandrayana 2 or 3 or 4? Yes. What is the significance? Work. Yes. August 23rd. Little louder, little louder. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right. World Day to combat desertification and drought. One more day, important day. World Day to combat desertification and drought. Observed on 17th June. 17th June. So International Yoga Day. So that is June 21st, right? So what was this year theme? Yoga for One Earth, One Health, right? Yoga for One Health, One Earth. Okay. In Indian context, 2 Indian cities, just one of the kind of national news, 2 Indian cities, they got their name on the Global Wetland Cities Network. Which are those cities? Indore and Udaipur. Indore and Udaipur are the first 2 Indian cities to be included in the 31 wetland accredited cities of the world. That means in the whole world there are only 31 cities are there. From India, 2 cities. For what purpose? For the wetland cities network and all. Operation Mahadev, that was in news. For what purpose? This is again majorly that was took place in Jammu and Kashmir itself only. So again a retaliation measure. Okay. Okay. Operation Chakra 5. Have you heard? This is by the CBI. By CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. For what purpose? Those who are involved into this digital arrest scam. Digital arrest. Okay. Operation Sindhu. It is a evacuation measure by the government of India, especially who were stranded in Iran and Israel. Those Indian students who were stranded in Iran and Israel. So it is one of the evacuation exercise. Okay, that is Operation Sindhu. Yeah, Operation Midnight Hammer. Operation Midnight Hammer. So that is like it is launched by United States of America, where in Iran to target what? To target the nuclear sites. To target the nuclear sites. That is called Midnight Hammer. This is very old name, Midnight Hammer. I think some movies are also made on this one, Midnight Hammer and all. Okay. Operation Brahma. Operation Brahma. So when Myanmar and Thailand, these areas were hit by the heavy earthquake, so our Indian, army, they have taken this measure, okay, to supply some of the food grains for them, relief material, food grains and all, okay. So that was the idea, okay, right. So to conclude today's class, say, though as we have seen in the beginning, current affairs around 2 to 5 questions, okay, because the syllabus is too vast and every year definitely on an average for any examination 8 months to 1 year is the ideal current affairs phase to cover. Whatever the things we have seen at the national, international level and some different arena schemes and all, so definitely at least that will helps you to eliminate the option so that you can land with the best of the best answer, okay. So wish you all the very best, those who have the exam in this whole upcoming week from 12 to 26, okay. So give your best of the best. Major focus should be on your strength area, okay, so that accordingly you can balance, right. It will be like CGL only, no, which you are writing, it is like tier 1, right, okay. So all the very best, right. Thank you.